You would not believe what we had to do to get it in there. We had to take that off and slide the whole boat a metre forward to get it in. And it's only just in by like 20 mil there. And like 20 mil there. So the plan is to get a trolley jack on this end tomorrow, drag that out, then set it up lengthways in here and make a gantrel or whatever you call them and flip it and paint it in there. That's the plan. What do you reckon? Oslo, what do you reckon? No? Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, so that's us. Oh yeah. When you gotta make it happen. Two trolley jacks. 2 trolley jacks. Hopefully it works. She's working. Alrighty, this week we're going to try flip the big boat. Finally can start doing a bit more activities with my leg. So we're going to try flip it and try to start sanding it back, ready for paint. Prep the bottom. Aim is to flip it inside the shed, which is going to be pretty hard considering it'll be probably a bit over a ton, 1.2, 1.3 ton. So, and I got to flip it on the spot so I can paint it in the shed. So this is what we're sort of dealing with. Just picked up some tyres, picked these up, just as a safety precaution in case the boat does fall. It lands on tyres rather than concrete. So I got the biggest one height possible. I got the console, which will be above the actual hull itself. So they're going to be sitting on these. All the weight are going to be on these while I'm sanding and painting. So it should be probably 2 high, 2 down the back and 1 up the front on the bow, 2 on the bow. And it should be enough height to get it the console not to hit the concrete. Part 1 went to plan. The boat is off the trailer. Part 2 is going to be a bit more fucking... Gonna snatch strap it and turn it somehow. The old shed held up like fuck. At the moment. Well, my plan didn't really work originally, but we're getting somewhere. She's on a bit of an angle, but it's definitely been a struggle. Definitely not like cooking pancakes. They don't flip this easy. She's vertical. This is going to be the hard part. It's a bit of a shit show, but she's getting there. A couple more beers and she should be over. She's over. Nearly. She's only just fitted. She's getting there. What are we? We're about that. She's come. She's nearly there. She's nearly there. Couple tyres. Couple dogs. And she's coming over right. You just lift this corner here. And she levels up. Don't mind the noises. The boys have done it. I did fuck all. Old CrossFit here. You could cross gender as well, I reckon. She's done. She's over.
Very overboard.
Time to fucking fill her, paint her, and send her. Day one. Just took the gunner rubber off. Went and got a air sander. The old Ryobi. Got some 120 grit and some 80. Gonna need a few of these. Hopefully start sanding it back today. There's just a couple gouges in that I'll have to putty up. But it's actually not too bad. The size alright. To clean up the gunner rubber stuff. Just the small stuff like this. Just gotta clean up. Get that all smooth. So it shouldn't take me too long. A couple of days I reckon. By the end of the week it should be ready to paint, hopefully. Alright, it's day 3. First day I got about half an hour worth of sanding done and my first compressor blew up on me. Yep, well there goes my day. The old compressor's just blown up on me. Oh no. I've done stuff all. Oh no. I've done like literally nothing. About half an hour of sanding. And she's carked it. So I went and bought a new one and it lasted about, I don't know, 40 minutes of sanding. If only this thing fitted in air. Brand spanker. It's like 3 horsepower. Yeah, 3 horsepower. She's a big dog. Yeah, nah. Half an hour it worked for. And then it, yeah. Fuck piece of shit. So yesterday I went and got a new one. And we're about, I don't know, about an hour and a half into sanding. And this is how she's looking. Pretty much done one complete side. The shape of this hull is just out of control. Looks like it's been painted. The original colour was the blue. Is what it looks like. But the shape of the hull is just hurts. Very strange. But hopefully by the end of next week it can all be whoop. So it's going pretty good. But just the old repair. These bits here are the hard parts to get. But once you got them, they look pretty sweet. So, go have some lunch. I haven't got a water to air separator, so every time I sand, the water's coming out through the sander orbiter. So I need to go get one. But the lines are pretty good. So I'll keep you up to date with how I'm traveling. I can't really stand too long because of my knee. It starts to hurt a fair bit. So I got the old double stack milk crates. So it gets me off the knee. It pretty hurts pretty bad. But we'll check in the Savo and see how day 3's gone. Peace. Alrighty, it's the end of day 3. Did about an hour on it this morning. I can't do much more than an hour before my knee starts to hurt. And just did another hour then. And this is how she is so far. So all the sides done. And basically, I don't know, a little bit less than half of the top done. All these rails. Trying to get all these all sweet. Seems pretty good. As you can see, had a repair there. So all that's all smooth. Everything's basically all smooth so far. So tomorrow's plan is to do, I guess, the back half. Finish the back half, and basically half the boat's done. Yeah, it's been just a little patch a couple of these little holes up, just on the keel. But apart from that, it's looking heaps different. That's what it looked like on the other side. So if this is taking me 4 days, and this should take me hopefully 4 days as well. So check in tomorrow. Tomorrow Arvo may as well. We're halfway through the day and see where we're at. And yeah, keep you up to date with what's going on with her. I also got to work on the trailer after. Just a couple of replacements. The frame itself isn't rusty. It's just all the rollers. These two have got to be replaced. Front one's just rollers and bolts. So yeah, the joys. Check is. Alrighty, day number 5. Boat's looking good. Quick trip down to Bunnings this morning to get some more supplies. I ran out of those. I've only gone through 1 packet of these so far. I did try these. These are meant to be the all new 10 times longer see-through shit, but I find for how I'm using them, the edges break away. I'm trying to get into the corners, and these ones stay pretty strong. So yesterday did another, it would have been about 1.5 hours in total. Got all the top all done. Went through with some 120 grit. You got those curves, all this all smooth as. Fair bit of work to do on that once I get the center done, but there's not too many patchwork I've got to do. All this I've got to just fill in these holes there, and there's a little bit of bog work to do. Hole up there, but apart from that, it's all pretty good so far. Just one complete side all done. Now this side to do. Yeah, there's dust everywhere. I'm gonna have to clean all of that up before I paint it. It's gonna be the biggest pain. But we'll see where we get to today. I'll probably do about 45 minutes and have some lunch and hop back on it this afternoon and see what we can do. So that's what I was saying about them pads. Is I use the edges a lot getting into the grooves of the boat, and these ones, if you do that, the edges just chip away and they become pretty shit, to be honest. I thought they'll be good for like the flat spots, the side of the boat, but any sort of ribs and that, where I'm trying to not hand sand, these are definitely the winners. Just tidy up. Saturday morning at 7 o'clock. I was on Facebook Marketplace last night, had a bit of a gander, and a trailer popped up. It was like 5 minutes up since he posted it, and I jumped on it. It's like a 2018 Spitfire aluminium trailer to suit 7 meters, so basically perfect for me. He reckons it's pretty much brand new. So hopefully it is what it says it is, and I got myself pretty much a new trailer coming. Because the old trailer is what you really need for travelling. One less thing to worry about. I was going to rebuild mine. Mine's not too bad. I put new wheels, new bearings and all that for it, so, but looks like she'll be up for sale. So hopefully this thing's mint. Here we are, the new girl. She's pretty good condition, just a little bit of surface rust. Just where the bolts are and that. I could replace them all, I don't know if I will yet. But apart from that, it's all pretty sweet. Torsion bar, axles, LED lights. Just a little bit of surface rust on these, just because they're gel. I might change, I probably will change them for the sake of, I don't know, probably 50 bucks. Change them all out. But apart from that, she's sweet compared to this. So out with the old, in with the new. Alrighty, basically day 6. It's Monday. I didn't do much over the weekend. I actually did nothing on the boat at all. But I get the trailer. But got a pretty good progress today. Got the rest of the top sanded. So got all that row here done, and half of the bow. So basically got half the boat left before I get some things touched up. There's repairs on this. There's a few bits of repairs that just need fiberglass filled and reshaped. A few holes here and there. There's a fair bit of just a bit of fairing. Just a few scratches, a couple big dents. Just need drilled out, cleaned up. So there's a fair bit of work on this side. But I'll get all of it sanded, then get a mate to come over and finish just getting it ready for paint, pretty much. I would, but I've got no idea what I'm doing, so best bet leaving it to someone who does. But the shape of it's looking pretty good for someone who doesn't know what they're doing. So quite happy with it. So tomorrow I'll finish off the back half of it. I got to fix a couple of things on the trailer and then try to sell the old trailer. Basically put brand new everything on it. Like spent probably over $1,000 on repairing it because I was going to use it, but now I'm not. So got to try flog it off, and that should buy some paint for me. Fingers crossed. Alright, see you tomorrow. Day 7. I wasn't going to do anything today because I got a bit to do this afternoon and tomorrow. I might be going up to Harvey fishing. So I spent about an hour on it today, and this is what I got done. So finished basically the side of the hull. So the only thing left I got to do, which I'll probably do Friday I'm guessing, is just hit this with a flapper disc, because it's all silicone and that. So I flapped the other side and just sand the rest. So then it sort of looks like this, which is all nice. Just got to bog up that, but it ends up looking pretty good. And then just a little light sand on the pod. So hopefully by Saturday, it's ready to be touched up, and then obviously waiting on my decision on how I'm going to paint it, or what I'm going to paint it in. So I'll clean it up now, get all this off, thick as. The floor's pretty much covered in paint dust. And then I'll give the shed a clean up, and probably be the last video I do before I put it up. So I'll probably, depending on how much I get done, probably another video will be up in 2 weeks of the touching up process and the painting process. I'm going to paint it to the gunner line, then let that cure, flip it, put it on the trailer, then paint the top part of the gunnel. So I hope you enjoyed. If you got any comments or got any questions, feel free to ask. If you haven't yet subscribed, then subscribe, because once this is finished, there's going to be a fair bit of videos of it hitting a reef, and also future videos on this of the fit out and how I'm going to do it, etc. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Peace.